Hello, my friends. How are you guys doing today? Okay, we're gonna ignore all of this stuff. I don't know if you can see it, but I'm gonna be moving in about like 2, 3 weeks again. And that's honestly just to dive into this video, I guess. That's a little update on what's going on with me. I want to do a life update. So I'm gonna be moving again, and it's a surprise. I'm really excited. This place, I've kind of been, well, me and my boyfriend have been manifesting this before we even knew it was a chance to go here. And I feel calls to this place for the nature and the community and how they really, really love Mother Earth. And I'm excited to learn so much about where this place is. But yeah, I'm moving again. And that really ties into what I'm going through right now, you guys. I want to be really honest with you guys. I'm in the in between, and I've made many videos about this, and I'm sorry if it's redundant. It's just I don't really know what else to talk about right now other than the in between, other than what I'm going through. And so I think when I move to this new place, I'm going to start doing more vlogs on this channel. Let me know if you guys are interested in that, but vlogs in a sense of like going around in nature and talking with you guys and just showing my journey, showing what I'm currently going through, because I really like, you know, telling you guys my stories. I really enjoy that. But at the same time, I realize that I don't really feel like I'm here to teach in the sense. I don't really like to do how to's or 7 ways to be disciplined, stuff like that. If I do, maybe once in a while, but those aren't really my vibe. My vibe is more of showing you guys my journey and just showing what I'm going through, and through my experiences, through my words, I share, and I help people and I teach people. So I want to do more vlogs like that, like maybe like 30 days of self-love, showing you guys every single day what I'm going to do to, I guess, explore that. Let me know if you guys are interested in that. But yeah, or if you guys have any other ideas, let me know in the comments. But yeah, I'm in like this in between phase right now, and this in between phase, I don't really know. I mean, I do know, you guys saw my last video. I just, it's some days I feel really committed and really inspired, and some days I don't. And I feel like a part of me is waking up more, and there has been a block on my creative flow, and it feels like I lost myself. And so, a year later, obviously, I'm more aware of what that is, and not to be redundant on my spiritual awakening, my death and rebirth video, but it's like when you go through, okay, put it this way. I feel myself stepping into the next phase of my spiritual journey, this integration phase, this stillness, because this is like, it's like the limerence, the in between. It's the in between, and the in between is so cloudy, and you feel lost, and it's still, you're just still, the stillness. And so that phase that I'm in right now, that I feel like I'm coming out of, is really, really important, right? And so where I'm going next, I truly feel like that's when I'm gonna have another deep awakening towards my soul, because I'm like doing the integration phase right now. So I feel like that's gonna be another, okay, I'm more connected to Mother Earth, because usually when I do spend time in Mother Earth, because I'm not really right now because I'm in the city, which kind of makes sense. I'm in the city, there's not a lot of nature. I'm inside, always sitting with myself, always thinking. And I realize, and I already known this, but I know when I'm in Mother Earth, I know that when I'm outside, I know that when I'm fucking foraging, and hugging trees more and being outside, I feel really, really connected. I have a deep connection to Earth. And where I'm going next, I feel, because that is basically all that there is, I'm going to have another deep, I don't want to say high awakening, but it's gonna be different, I think. You don't really know what's going on until you go through it, if I'm being totally fucking honest. I'm just going on what like my intuition is saying. I just feel like I'm gonna feel connected to myself, and I feel like I'm gonna feel home, and I feel like my soul is gonna have a lot of remembrance. And where I'm going, I feel like I have deep roots, and maybe past lives, I don't really know, but I'm excited to see where this goes. And right now, yeah, I'm just kind of floating through everything. I'm learning to just exist. And when you're in the stillness, when you're in the in between the limerence, right? You kind of feel guilty because you feel like you're not doing enough. And I think that for me, it was definitely a lesson of healing, the feminine energy within me, the divine feminine, because divine feminine and divine masculine are energies. They're not really like male or female. We all have those energies within us, and it's a balance. You need a balance. And so, since I've been working in my divine masculine energy, my masculine energy, which is, independence and hustle, and you know what I mean? I've been doing that energy for a long time. The feminine energy was telling me to relax, to receive, right? Because the divine feminine energy is about trusting your intuition, being empathetic, nurturing, trusting and receiving your intuition and your spiritual abilities, and leading with that, not leading with impulsivity, not learning to hustle. It's about learning to, like, yes, you can take action, but also you can sit back and receive, and not feeling guilty about not doing anything. So, this, like, in between was really a test of my growth for the divine feminine within me, because I know, like I said, I've been working in the masculine energy basically all my life, and the feminine, I need to balance it out. Everybody needs to balance it out and have that duality between them, the yin and the yang, right? And yeah, so that's what I've been doing. And I'm like getting to the point though to where I'm I don't know, I want to go out there now. I want to be in the earth again. I want to explore. I can feel like my YouTube channel, I can see it. Like, I don't know, visions, I have premonitions. I can see it though, where I'm going and how this channel's gonna go. And that's why I told you guys, do you want me to vlog? Because whether you want me to or not, I think I'm gonna do it. But I think I want to buy a little camera, the DJI Osmo Pocket 3, and it's a little one, and I want to take you guys with me through my adventures where I'm at and just talk about what I'm going through, what I'm seeing, what I'm feeling, rather than just sitting here, right? Because I feel creative flow for me has to be moving. I have to be outside. That's why I kind of like making my videos in the car. I don't know. It feels good to be outside. I feel stuck and stuffy inside. I don't like to be inside, if I'm being totally honest. And I like to be outside. I get kind of anxious when I'm inside and I feel like I'm fucking going crazy. And so, yeah, I feel like I'm going to take you guys with me. And that was a big thing too, was being inside this 4 months, being inside and learning that I can still be in touch with myself through meditation. Like, I've been meditating and doing breath work a lot these past 4 months, a lot. And so, yeah, that's what I've been doing. And I learned a lot, but I really do feel like this chapter of my life where I'm going next is calling me to Mother Earth. And I'm really, really excited to explore what that is with you guys. Because, like I said, I've always felt like I've had a deep connection to Mother Earth. We all do. We all do. We're all one, right? But I want to explore that more, and I feel at home whenever I'm talking to my trees, whenever I'm hugging trees, whenever I'm talking to Mother Earth, talking to the flowers and the plants, and I'm at home. And I want to take videos with you guys with me. I want to take you guys with me on videos of me hugging trees, because I'll hug trees literally like in the fucking parking lot of Target. Like, I really don't give a shit, in the side of the freeway, or not freeway, the side of the road. And I will hug a tree and I will talk to it, and they talk back. And they're so beautiful. And I'm so excited for the next part of my journey because I want to talk to Mother Earth more. I don't know. And this is just a sign to do whatever you want to do, my friend. I know sometimes this sounds a little crazy to some people, which hugging trees isn't even crazy, but I know that some people, you know, it sounds a little odd. I'll say it sounds a little odd, but it makes me happy. It makes me so happy. There's so much like magic that we can tap into that is around us that we ignore because of the lifestyle that we live. And yeah, I guess I don't know. Yeah, I'm just like in the in between, the sacred stillness. And honestly, I want to buy a book that talks about it, the death and the rebirths, because although I'm going through it and although I'm experiencing it right now, and I always believe that experience is the best teacher, I also love to read books about things. And I love to gain knowledge on what I'm going through. So I've been really interested in a lot of books lately, more books. And if you guys want me to make a video on the books that I've read to get here, let me know. But I'm thinking about buying more books to understand. I honestly want to start studying Buddhism really, really bad. I have a deep, not a deep, but I have a interest in Buddhism, Buddhist teachings, and it's crazy because my tattoo. That's another thing. I'm gonna do a tattoo tour. Someone actually requested it, and I'm gonna end up doing it in another video. But the tattoo that I have on my chest, the Unalome and the lotus flower. So when I was 19, I actually got this tattoo. The tattoo under my on the rib was my first one. The one on my chest was my second one when I was 19, and that was when I kind of had my was spiritual awakening, my first one, but I didn't know that's what it was. I just felt connected to like, oh, there's something bigger than me. And yeah, I got that. Not really, I knew the significance, but not really knowing to the depths of it until many years later. And I was like, damn, makes a lot of sense why I got that, because that really fucking resonates with my life, with who I am. And yeah, I don't know. I want to start think reading books about Buddhist teachings, and I don't know. I think I resonate with that a lot. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, for now we're just here, and I'm just experiencing life, and in the in between. And I want to remind you that it's okay if you feel lost. It's okay if you're in the in between. It's okay if you don't really know where your next steps are. It's okay if you felt like you knew and then all of a sudden you don't. It's there for a good reason. And even though you might not know what the reason is, and don't try to think too hard on what the reason is, because you don't need to validate that, just know that it's there for a good reason. And I will say, towards the beginning of, even when I had my death in 2023 October, and I felt so connected, I will be honest now, after the low, the rebirth, and integrating and learning, I feel way more calm than I did during the death. Like the death, I knew who I was, but the fact that I had a chance to integrate it and apply it for a whole year and feeling lost and not really having, spirit to hold my hand, I had to trust myself more. I feel more calm. And although I might feel a little bit more confused, I feel more calm. It took me a year to really react in a slow, understanding, intuitive way, I suppose, right? Because it takes practice. But I know, like, obviously I knew things, but I, I know now, that things are happening the way that they're meant to. And, obviously I needed a few crash outs to really get here, but, they say, like I always say, it's always easy to feel completely like everything's so, oh, it's so easy to feel like everything's going your way when there's nothing triggering you. And the true test is when things are triggering you, and is that who you really say you are, And so it took me a year, but yeah, I do feel more calm. I feel more confident in my abilities and in who I am and my path. I feel more confident in trusting, where spirit is guiding me, for sure. Oh, for sure. I trust them a lot. And it's funny because you go through a phase where you ask a lot of signs and you know to trust on your path, and you know that everything's working out for you, but you go through phases where you keep asking for signs, and then eventually they stop giving you signs because you've got all the signs in the world. You know where you're going. If you ask for another sign, you're gonna see it and you're gonna ignore it because you're looking for a signier sign. And so when they stop sending you signs, that's when you truly trust. And that's when you truly stop asking for signs. And that's when you know that whatever's here, whether it's happened or not, whatever you want is happening for you, and it's happening for your highest good. And so that's where I'm at now. And yeah, I don't ask for signs anymore. I don't need the signs. I trust my intuition. That phase was helping me trust my intuition and who I am and my abilities, because that's why we came here. Is to trust ourselves. Is to trust the creation within us. Is to trust the intuitive calls. Is to strengthen your psychic abilities. And so, yeah, Took me a while, but I did it, and I don't really ask for signs anymore. And sometimes I kind of want to because I miss having that like instant connection with spirit, but at the same time, they're always there. You are spirit. You know what I mean? You're not separated. You're one. You are spirit. Spirit is just a projection of you, like you are spirit. And so, yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm just calm and collected, and I know that everything's happening for me and where I'm going next. I'm really fucking excited and I'm very grateful for it. Yeah, I don't know. Enjoy the stillness, you guys. Enjoy the confusion. Enjoy not knowing where things are turning out. But just keep trying and following where you want to go. That's all I have to honestly offer is keep trusting and trying on your path. And, you know, like I always say, it might look different all the time. You might have no idea where the fuck it might literally take a U turn or take a hard right or a hard left. It's not straight and or a fucking roundabout. You know what I mean? It's just keep trying. That's all I have to say. Just keep trying and trust. And eventually things will become clear and eventually you will understand why things needed to happen the way that they happened. Why? Because I get it now. I understand why. And it's funny because somebody told me that a year ago. She was like, "Yeah, no, you're gonna understand why. You're not gonna know now, but you're gonna understand why." And I was like, "Fuck, I just want to know." And a year later, I'm like, I get it. You have like these shields that keep you from understanding. You're doing it to yourself, but it's because you gotta integrate and you gotta raise your consciousness. You gotta dissolve the layers. You gotta practice. You gotta trust yourself. You gotta trust the universe. You gotta embrace love. You gotta embrace the sadness. Embrace who you are. You know, stop chasing the high. Be in the present. Like, you know, you gotta. I mean, it's not that difficult. I know it sounds so difficult, but at the end of the day, you just gotta be you and try your best. That's all that matters. Literally, that's all that matters. And eventually you'll figure it out why things happen the way that they happened on your journey or wherever you're trying to go. Yeah, okay. I think that's it for now. I love you guys very much. And thank you for listening to me rant, even if it's so redundant. Just at this moment, I'm just speaking with what I'm experiencing. I'm not going to force any content out until I'm ready because it's choppy when I force it out, and I don't like the feeling of forcing it out. Okay, I love you guys, and I will see you next video. Bye, everybody.